Hey guys, it's me, Melly. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday, as I am, or at least as I'm trying to. My hair's a hot mess, like always. Anyway, I'm really excited to be doing this video. Why? Because in my last, I guess, library book haul video, I had gotten Since You've Been Gone. And I finished reading it last night. I actually was only not even like halfway done yesterday morning. I might have been a quarter of the way done, but I really wanted to finish it because it really was good, and I kind of marathon read it. Every time I had a few minutes of free time, I picked it up. So I was at the kitchen table reading it. I was in my room reading it. I was on the front porch reading it. I was in the bathroom reading it. Not that you guys wanted to know that, but I literally just carried the book everywhere I was in the house, and read every time I got a few free minutes. Anyway, so the reason why I'm really excited is because I'm really glad that I got the book and had put the hold on it at the library, and then it finally came in. As you guys know, I wanted to, every time I was in Target, I would go and look at it and debate, should I buy it, should I buy it, should I buy it, only because I was kind of curious as to what happened, like the description of it really intrigued me, and so my thought on the book was that obviously I know it's teenage girls, and I thought something had happened to Sloane, maybe something bad or just something. I couldn't really tell you what, but I thought there's a mystery to this, and I wanted to know what the mystery was and what happened. And I wanted to know why she had sent this list to her friend Emily. I want to say M, but it's Emily, sorry. And I was thinking, like, oh my god, like, what? Like, I had this whole scenario in my mind of what happened to her. Like, something bad happened to her while Emily was away for whatever, a week or so, whatever, with her parents, and nobody knew what happened to her. Or her parents knew something was up and didn't tell her, or, like, I don't know. I just had all these scenarios running through my head. So, when I finished it last night at like 12 o'clock at night, I posted my review on Goodreads, 5 stars, and I had stated in my review that I had thought something bad had happened to Emily, and I was really not Emily. I'm sorry, I'm saying Emily. Something bad had happened to Sloane. And Emily, it was Emily's job to figure out what in the mystery, which kind of it was. So, because I was wrong though. Like, every scenario that I had in my mind was wrong in so many ways, shapes, and forms. And then towards, I'm going to say, the middle of the book, I kind of started to figure out why she sent her the list. I'm not going to leave any, like, spoilers, because just in case you haven't read it and you wanted to read it. So I'm going to try to do this without spoilers. So basically, the conclusion I came to was something happened to Sloane. Some reason she left or something, I don't know. Emily gets this list in the mail, and I guess this was something normal for Sloane to do with her because it didn't really faze her. What was weird about it was that it was things that Emily would not even think about doing. Like, she's a very shy person. She's not social. She gets nervous in social situations. And Sloane was kind of like, I'm not going to say her only friend in high school. Sloane became her best friend when she met her, but, you know, she kind of like, because they worked so well together, I guess. Sloane was the one that kind of put her in situations that if she didn't deal with the situation, like meeting somebody new, Sloan was always there to kind of jump in and help her out. So the list, in my opinion, was, I'm not here, you have to do these things, and you have to get over your anxieties and your fears, and whatever happens, happens. And then Sloan states in this letter, when you finish this list, come find me and let me know. So that come find me and let me know kind of was like, okay, maybe something did happen to her, or, you know, whatever. So Emily does the list, and I'm not gonna, I mean, the list is on the back of the book. So it's like kiss a stranger, go skinny dip and steal something, break something, Penelope, ride a darn horse you cowpoke, 55 South Ave, ask for Mona, the backless dress, and somewhere to wear it, dance until dawn, share some secrets in the dark, hug a Jamie, apple picking at night, sleep under the stars. So I mean, some of these seem like really like easy, like sleep under the stars, okay, but for Emily, it was like, okay, some of them were pretty easy for her, like sleep under the stars, and some of them were just like ride a horse. She is a terror of horses, so I'm sorry, that was kind of probably a spoiler, but she says she does when she reads the list. She's like, well, you know, what is she thinking? So anyway, Emily does find out what happens to Sloan. I'm not going to tell you, but she does. Along the way of her doing the list, really good things happen to her. Some really complicated situations arise. She deals with them. She kind of like becomes a better version of herself, minus Sloan. At least in my opinion. So I was really excited. The ending was like really awesome because it made me think, wow, you know, you have this friend who, no matter what, will always, you know, you're friends. You'll always be friends. And you don't need her right there next to you, urging you or pushing you on or encouraging you to help you in situations. That it was time for her to kind of find her own voice. And in a way she does. Anyway, so I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I waited. I might buy it just because I liked it that much, which I don't say about many books. Like if I don't buy it when I'm like looking at it, and if it really takes me that long to get a book, then it really wasn't meant for me to actually own. If I get it from the library eventually and I read it and I really enjoy it, okay, I read it. Maybe I don't need the physical copy, but I may actually buy it because I actually enjoyed it, and I may want to read it again. And my library actually didn't have a copy, that's why I had to wait for it. So, in conclusion, Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, 5 stars. When was the last time I gave a book 5 stars? I don't remember. I probably have recently. But I really enjoyed this book because it was about friendship, and it wasn't sappy, and it was a friendship. It was a little bit of romance, little bit of comedy, a little bit of everything. But it wasn't like your typical young adult book about friends. Or, you know, things that happen as a teenager, you know, and it was really good. I keep saying it was really good. That's how good it was. I keep repeating myself. So if you need a good book to read and you want something that's not too typical in the genre, young adult genre, that's young adult, teen, high schoolers, girl, boy, friends, that gives you kind of like, it's like a really well written, heartfelt book about friendship. You know, that I actually felt like I was there with Emma doing everything she did. That's very rare. So if you would like a good book to read that's not going to bore you, and it will actually, like, it actually made me kind of think about my really good friend. And, you know, even though sometimes we're not always around each other, we've always been friends since we were kids, and it doesn't matter where she's at, we'll always be friends. I don't need to talk to her every day, or, you know, every minute for me to know that when I need her, she's there. I'm sorry, the sun, I just realized the sun is hitting me in a very weird, odd angle in my window. Let me move just a little bit. Okay. Anyway, on to other things. I also mentioned from the library I had got the book Origins, which I don't have next to me, which I tried to start reading this morning, and I don't think I'm going to finish it. Probably because it's, I don't know how to describe it. If I can't get past the first 2 chapters and I'm bored by the time I get to the second chapter, or I'm just like, okay, yeah, then I'm not going to finish the book. I've read good things about it on Goodreads, but I've also read some not so good things about it on Goodreads. I want to try to get to it and read it since it's from the library. I'm probably going to try a little bit later to maybe finish the second chapter and see how far I get. But most likely I'm not going to, only because it's not that the writing's not good, just the storyline so far is like, okay, it's very scientific in a way. Like, the main character, Pia, I don't know how to say her name, part of her job, like, I don't know, so far, like, she's trying to become a scientist. She's in this, like, enclosure, these labs, and she's kind of like a lab rat in a sense, but she's human, and she's indestructible, and and basically, her day consists of learning science and math and, like, these things, and I'm like, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a biologist, I have no clue what's going on here. So, I believe it's like a futuristic sci-fi genre. I think, I'm not really sure. And normally I don't like sci-fi books. But I thought this one kind of was interesting when I first looked at it. But after reading the first chapter, 2 chapters, I'm kind of like, no. I mean, if I don't understand what they're talking about, because I'm not a science person, I'm not a biologist, I'm not a math person. If I get lost while reading something, not because I don't understand it, just because it's not because it's not being explained well, because that's what I want to say, but because it's terms that I'm like, okay, I'm not, like I said, a scientist, I don't know what that means, so it kind of throws me off. So I kind of, yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about the book. That it's obviously it's a science, it's a laboratories or whatever. There's a lot of scientific language, and I'm not feeling that. So I'm not saying it's not a good book. I'm sure it is, but I just am not going to finish it. Because of that, it didn't really, I kind of got lost. But the book I am enjoying, that I start reading this like an hour ago, it's the Agatha Christie book that I got from the library, The Masterpieces of Mysteries of the Unknown, which is just a whole bunch of short stories from Agatha Christie. The second story in the book, The Last Seance, it ended really, really weirdly and confusingly, but I think that's part of the lore, is like, okay, what the hell just happened there? Sorry about the language, but basically it's like, okay, what was that about? Why it just ended? And it's like, okay, but I like that. I like that about books. Well, I like that about Agatha Christie, is kind of like she always keeps you guessing. So anyway, enough talking about me. Sorry about the long dribble about Origin, like I said. But anyway, that's it for me for today. I hope you guys have a good Sunday, and if you like the video, thumbs up. If you don't, that's okay too. You can give me a thumbs down. I won't get offended. I might just a little. No, I'm joking. I won't be offended because I know, whatever. It's whatever. You have your opinion, and that's fine. If you want to see any videos, specific videos, just let me know. And I guess that's it for today. So have a good one. Bye, guys.